Hey everyone, Skyler the Scottman. We're here to do a drive video today. We are heading east on I-696 in its entirety today. We've already done the video of going west on 696 a long time ago, so now we're going to head east. This is a video I've been wanting to do for quite a while, but I've had to wait just because of significant road work which has been going on the past couple years or so. Basically between where it begins here at I-96 here in Novi, Michigan, going all the way to like Telegraph, Lodge Freeway, that area. But they finally have just completed it. Well, at least the main stuff. Entering Farmington Hills now. So with this video, yeah, again, I'm driving the entirety, going all the way to I-94 over in Clair Shores. But yeah, it is a cloudy and wintry day today. My car thermometer is only reading 27 degrees Fahrenheit. For that to Celsius, it's around like -3 degrees. So it is cold out, and it's not supposed to get that much warmer today. And I'm filming this on the first day of December. And yeah, it definitely is much colder than normal. But yeah, it's been really cold the past couple days. Yeah, there's been a lot of lake effect snow showers that have been coming off Lake Michigan and reaching pretty much all the way across the entire state, even going over into Canada. And I think on Friday, like in this area, they end up getting like at least a couple inches of snow. Or if we're the same day, if you were to go like 5 miles north, there was like nothing. There was like nothing. And in fact, I think on Friday, this freeway was shut down because of accidents all over the place. But at least today, it's like there's very little of any snow flurry, so it's a little bit better. But this is quite the contrast compared to the driving video I filmed yesterday, which I don't know if that's going up yet, or this could be going up before that, or it was already up. But yeah, basically I went down to Wapakoneta, Ohio, in the western part of the state yesterday, and I filmed a driving video on I-75 down there. And of course, it did not look like winter at all. It was all green, like green grass, and it was chilly, like just as cold as this, but yeah, it definitely did not look like this. So 696 is one of the major freeways which goes through the northern parts of Metro Detroit. It connects the Novi, Farmington Hills area over to like the Warren, not Sterling Heights, but Warren, Roseville, Clair Shores area. And it's also a good freeway to take to get over to like Royal Oak and Oak Park and close to like the Ferndale area. So yeah, the stretch here between where we began this video going all the way to the Lodge Freeway, this is heavily traveled because a lot of people will use the Lodge Freeway to go into downtown Detroit and vice versa. Especially if they live like in the western suburbs, like think Novi or Milford, excuse me, South Lyon, or even out toward Brighton and Hull, so they'll use this all the time. So with all the road work that was going on, it was causing a lot of problems. As a matter of fact, I think as I'm recording this video, they only just reopened all the lanes a few days ago. So going into next year, they got to finalize some of the cleanup and I think maybe like pavement markings that they got to do. stretch. But then they got a whole nother project that they're going to be doing, which is going to be the stretch between the Lodge Freeway and I-75, because that pavement still needs a lot of work, as you'll see in a few minutes. And what they're planning to do with that one is they're going to be keeping westbound lanes open for 2 years, but they're going to be shutting down the eastbound lanes for 2 years. Now, if they're going to open them back up for like the holidays next year, they might. But it's like, anyway, so yeah, I wanted to film this video now before they start on that project late winter, early spring next year, because then I wouldn't be able to film eastbound at all. And yeah, people have been asking me about this video too, so it's like I gotta keep telling people, it's like they're still under construction, need to wait a little bit, but here we are. So here we got a big exit or interchange here. So this is where we have the exits for Telegraph Road or US 24, as well as M10 or the Lodge Freeway. As I was saying, the Lodge Freeway will take you into downtown Detroit, where if we stay in the left 3 lanes here for 696, this will of course take us over to the Royal Oak area, then eventually toward Warren, Centerline, Roseville, and St. Clair Shores before ending up at I-94. And then of course once you get on I-94 East, you can take that all the way to Port Huron to go across the border into Canada. Yeah, it is so nice to finally have the main part of the work done on this. But of course, round 2 is coming next year. But for people going to downtown Detroit via the Lodge Freeway, having that back open, or fully open I should say, it never really closed except maybe on certain weekends. But it's already going to be a big reliever. This is going to be more for people trying to get to the Warren area, or they're, let's say, going to the Detroit Zoo in Royal Oak. Yeah, I can't believe it's already December. It's only the first day of December, but it's like, yep, the holidays are officially here, and people are putting up a bunch of Christmas decorations, Christmas lights. It's becoming very, very festive. And yeah, here's where the pavement changes, and it's not in the greatest of shape. It's not too bad, but yeah, they're going to be getting ready to work on this in the next couple of years. Is a pretty cool part of 696, because this is where, once you get past Lawson Road back there in the exit here for Evergreen Road, 696 becomes a below grade freeway. Of course, with that you can't really see much of anything except these walls on both sides, but it's alright. But in this area right here, we're running along 11 miles. So 11 mile around the areas of Evergreen Road, I think even Gloucester a little bit, and Southfield Road coming up. It's serving as like a service drive temporarily before 11 mile continues by itself about another mile. So yeah, so right now we're entering the Lathrup Village, which is a city that's enclosed within the city of Southfield. And yep, here's Southfield Road now. Of course, Southfield Road going north will take up into Birmingham. Southfield Road, about another 2 miles to the south, becomes the Southfield freeway. And that, of course, will take you down toward Dearborn and then eventually to Allen Park and Lincoln Park. Yeah, this is classic lake effect for you because you can definitely tell less snow here. Like it's just a dusting now. And this has always been one of my favorite part of 696. We got like 3 tunnels we're about to go through because they're different. They built different parks above the freeway here. Like this is just a small one here. Got the exit for Greenfield Road. And across over Greenfield Road, we are now entering Oak Park. And here's the second tunnel. And then we have another tunnel over here, and there's another little park that's right above this tunnel too. And yeah, that exit there, that's for Coolidge Highway, which Coolidge Highway will take you north up to the east side of Berkeley. Now entering Huntington Woods, although theoretically we're on the border of Huntington Woods on our left and Oak Park to the right. So coming up here in about another half a mile, this is going to be the exit for Woodward Avenue, which of course is a major highway here in the Metro Detroit area. And if you're going to the Detroit Zoo, which is the main zoo here in the Detroit area, you will want to get off here at Woodward Avenue. They technically have signs for the Detroit Zoo back at the previous exit for Coolidge, which I don't really understand why they do that, because it's significantly easier to get to the Detroit Zoo from this exit here because it's more direct and you don't have to drive like 2 miles on the service drive, which over here this is like 10 mile. And you can see the water tower for the Detroit Zoo, and they redecorated that too. It looks really, really nice. I haven't been to the Detroit Zoo in such a long time. And then, yep, this is Woodward Avenue right here. Woodward Avenue heads southeast into downtown Detroit over toward Campus Martius Park, and then it ends up at Larned Street near the Spirit of Detroit statue. And then Woodward the other way goes toward Birmingham, and then it ends up in Pontiac. Say the pavement hasn't been too bad. It's like it definitely needs to be redone, but it's not an emergency. But at least they're going to be taking care of it early on before it does become a problem. And here, this is the interchange with I-75. I-75 will take you south into downtown Detroit, and I-75 north will take you to like the northern suburbs like Troy and Auburn Hills. Eventually head up toward Flint and then up to all the different destinations in northern Michigan. Oh yeah, looking to the north, you can't see it on camera or anything, but looking to the north, I'm seeing some peaks of sunshine, which is really nice. Even some clearing to the east. be a nice change, because here it was cloudy the entire day. That's another reason why I went down to Ohio, because it was nice and sunny down there. Cold, but sunny. And then up here is the exit for 10 Mile, because 10 Mile breaks away from 696 here and continues on its own. So 9 miles to go till we get to I-94, and if you're going all the way to Port Huron, that's another 56 miles. And then up here you got the exit for DeQuinder Road and Ryan Road. And then as we cross under DeQuinder Road, we are now entering Macomb County and the city of Warren. And yeah, as we got east of I-75, the pavement's gotten a lot better again. About a few years ago, they redid this stretch of 696. Basically from east of 75 all the way to I-94. And yeah, this has been holding up very well. So I was thinking about another couple of years or so from now, all of 696 will be in great shape, and hopefully will hold up for quite a while, or I should say a long while. And coming up here, this is the interchange for Mound Road. So what's interesting is that Mound Road is just a boulevard that's not a freeway or anything like that. It's not even a state highway, but it has an interchange, which is really interesting. But from what I remember hearing is that they originally intended on Mound Road being M53, which is why they built like 18.5 mile road to be like a connector from the M53 freeway and Mound Road. So that way they could utilize this interchange, but they decided not to do that. So instead, M53 follows along Van Dyke, which just has a regular intersection, like after this exit here for Van Dyke. And we're now entering Centerline. So Centerline is another community that is enclosed within a city. It's kind of like Lathrup Village back in Southfield, where Centerline is completely surrounded by Warren. And yep, that's the exit for M53 or Van Dyke. Which, yeah, if you take Van Dyke or M53 all the way to the north, it eventually heads up to the Thumb region of Michigan. First going to Romeo, then Almont, then Imlay City, and eventually ends up in Bad Axe, and then concludes up in Port Austin at the tip of the thumb. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of glad it's staying cloudy for this video, so that way I don't have to worry about the sun. And oh yeah, and now we're back in Warren. And then right over here you got the exits for Hoover Road first, and then about another mile east you can access Shaner Road. Too, yeah, hardly any snow here, just maybe a very, very light dusting of that. That's the crazy thing about lake effect snow, is that it's like with all the different bands, it's like not everybody sees snow, because you could go to one area where there's hardly any snow on the ground, if any. Drive 2 miles north or south, and then you can come to an area where there's like 2 or 3 inches of snow on the ground. Drive another couple miles, and then it's green grass again. And then, yeah, here's the exit for Groesbeck Highway. And you can also get to Hayes Road, too, with that exit. I just realized I haven't had water yet in this video. I should probably drink some. That's a lot better. So as we cross over or cross under Hayes Road, we are now entering Roseville. So yeah, Roseville. So yeah, we're in Roseville right now. It's definitely on the left. On the right side of the freeway, it's either still Roseville or it could be the northern part of East Point. And then, yeah, up here we got the exit for Gratiot Avenue, which Gratiot Avenue going to the southwest will take you into downtown Detroit. Or if you take that northeast, that'll take you up toward Mount Clemens. Gratiot runs parallel with I-94 as you head up toward Port Huron. And we have about another mile to go till we get to where I-696 ends at I-94. So you first have the exit for 11 Mile, which will take you into the heart of St. Clair Shores. And then this is the end of I-696. So the right 2 lanes will take you west on I-94 toward Detroit. The left 2 lanes will take you east on I-94 in the direction of Harrison and Chesterfield Township and eventually Port Huron. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video today here on I-696 going east from where it begins at I-96 in Novi all the way to I-94 here in St. Clair Shores. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scottman, signing out from St. Clair Shores, Michigan.